Today, we will talk about the most important things you should do after a hit-and-run car accident. Know how to identify a hit and run, what to do after a hit and run, what not to do after a hit and run, what if the driver gives you false information. So, if you are interested, just keep watching. When you're involved in a collision with another car, you'll usually work with the other driver to exchange information and make claims on your insurance. But in a hit-and-run accident, the at-fault driver leaves the scene before you can identify them. That means you can't follow the usual steps after a car accident, and the other driver's insurance won't cover any damage to your car or injuries to you or your passengers. A 2021 Insurance Research Council (RC) study found that 12.6% of drivers, that's 1 in 8, did not carry insurance in 2019. That makes the likelihood of being involved in a hit and run with an uninsured driver higher than you might think. Knowing what to do after a hit and run can help prepare you if you ever find yourself in this situation. Know how to identify a hit and run. First, it's essential to determine whether you have been in a hit-and-run accident. In general, a hit-and-run is defined as an accident where a driver intentionally leaves the scene without providing their name and insurance information. A hit-and-run accident typically includes, but is not limited to, the following situations. 1. Your car door is dented by another car when you're parked in a parking lot. 2. A passing driver hits your car when you're parked on the street. 3. You're rear-ended when sitting in traffic, and the offending driver speeds off. What to do after a hit and run. If you're involved in a hit and run, you are probably stressed and unsure what to do. Although difficult, the best thing to do is remain calm and follow these steps. Step 1. Stop the car and assess the situation. The first thing to do after a hit and run is to stop the car in a safe location and assess the damage. If any passengers are in your vehicle, make sure they are okay and address any injuries before proceeding. The most important thing is ensuring you and your passengers are safe and unharmed. Step 2. Call the police to make a report. Once you've established that everyone is safe, call the police to report the incident. An officer will likely come to the scene of the accident to investigate, and they will then file an accident report. This report is important evidence you can provide your insurer with when you file a claim. Step 3. Look for witnesses who can give a statement. See if anyone in the area witnessed the accident and can give a statement to the police. Note their name and contact information so you can provide it to your insurance company when making a claim in case they have any additional questions. You can also ask any local businesses whether they have security camera footage that shows the incident. This can be used by the police when filing a report and by your insurance company when processing your claim. Step 4. Call your insurance company to file a claim. Once you've filed a police report, it's time to contact your insurance company. You'll probably have to give a statement and provide supporting documentation such as photos of the damage, a copy of the police report, and the contact information of any witnesses. Depending on your provider, you may be able to file over the phone, online, or using a mobile app. You may also be able to file your claim in person if you work with a local insurance agent. What not to do after a hit and run. Although it's important to understand what to do if you're in a hit and run accident, knowing what not to do is also essential. Being in an accident is usually very stressful, and if the other car drives away, you might get angry and react without thinking. But no matter what, it's important not to do any of the following. 1. Do not panic. Take deep breaths and calm your nerves so you can take the proper steps. While this is an incredibly stressful situation, everything will go much more smoothly if you are calm. 2. Do not chase down the driver, whether you want to get their information or give them a piece of your mind. Chasing after a driver who has left the scene of an accident is dangerous. 3. Do not wait to call the police and your insurance provider. If you act quickly, there's a chance that the police may be able to find the driver. What if the driver gives you false information? Sometimes, an uninsured driver might give you false information rather than fleeing the scene after an accident. This scenario is not considered a hit and run, but your insurance will address it in a similar way. The possibility of being given false information is another reason why it's so important to document the incident as thoroughly as possible. Ask to see the driver's license, registration, and insurance card, and take detailed photos of the scene, including the other car's license plate. Additionally, make sure you call the police immediately after an accident. The police will file a report, which you can provide to your insurance company as proof of what transpired. The report will be an essential part of the claims process if you cannot claim against the other driver's insurance.